chapter can be called as that Laya Rahasya Prakaranam. I think we are planning to give each chapter's name, okay? So Laya Rahasya Prakaranam, that means the teaching of dissolution into the self. With this background, let us read. Nate sangosti ke napi kim suddhastvaktum michhashi sanghata vilayam kurvan evameva layam vraja. I hope all of you have the text. If not, you can go to sanskritdocument.org. And there you can get transliteration, Sanskrit, all the versions you can get it. Okay? So there is a good site you can get it. And all are Unicode. And most of the text you will find there. This is secret. Very good. He says, look, that he suddha te kenapi sangana asti. If you observe, O pure one, this is the first point he wants to highlight. Because the point is, here, in this verse, Ashtavakra wants to highlight that for moksha, tyaga, grahana, shodhana, dhyana adhivi rahitamiti. Means for moksha, tyaga, renunciation is not ultimate, nor even if purification or accepting something, means accepting, rejecting, even if dhyana, meditation, etc., is not really required. They are not the direct means. Because here he wants to highlight that most important thing is managing my dehabhimana. So when I say managing my dehabhimana, so abhimanam means I, ma to measure. So I give more importance than the reality to my body-mind complex. So wherever you give, you can give importance, nothing wrong in it. You must. But you cannot give more importance than the reality. It is exactly like this antique. And if any antique object connected to your emotion, your incident, what happens? That becomes much more, precious. In houses, you will find out that clock not functioning but is hanging. Why? Because my father gave, my mother gave, my grandfather gave, grandmother gave. I cannot, because this is associated. So that means there I am giving more importance to the object, to the reality, because there is emotion involved. Because that is important for me. Tomorrow when I die, you think my child will bother about it? So child will find out whether it is useful or not, let me sell it off, or what will do? Throw it. How that happens? Same thing also, deha abhimana. For me, my body is important. My mind is important. You think for others, my body is important? The day my body falls, it will stink. People will look how quickly they can dispose. One problem is over. And this is what I observe very nicely, carefully, especially when people in India have seen those days, after cremating a person when they come back. You should see a very funny energy. Hardly one or two will be crying, seriously. Because for whom life becomes empty. Other than that, nobody bothers. Okay, one problem is less. And especially with the child, I am just sharing a very bad example. Child, because let us say grandfather passes away, father will not bother much. And of course, if one son was dependent on completely the father, his pension money or whatever, he will cry a lot because how to survive. And that father's son will be very happy because you know why? Now grandfather's room is available for me, my personal room. How quickly, because we will not wait for 13 days, okay? How quickly I can occupy before other day will get seen, you understand? Coming back to the point here, let us not get into too much. So, Dehabhimana is the most important aspect. I remember one beautiful story, let me share how it works. A person approaches a master and says, look, I am in deep trouble. The master asks, what happened? No, my life is full of darkness. It's flooded with, this language they use, flooded with darkness. The master said, how did it flood? I have heard of flooded with light, flooded with darkness. No, it's a deep dark. That's why it flooded. Okay, then what you want? I want to remove this darkness. Please tell me, please teach me something so that I will be able to remove, get rid of darkness. The master smiled and asked, when did it start? How did it start? Yeah, earlier it was good. My life was better, but slowly it is becoming more and more darker. That's good. How did it happen? That slowly, that processing. Because I did not notice. The master said, that is the point to highlight. Because you did not notice how it happened, it became more and more darker. Now, start noticing everything. You will discover you don't have to get rid of darkness. You can find out the light that is there. And once you find light, darkness will go away by itself. You don't have to do anything to get rid of your darkness. Because the more you try to get rid of your darkness, more you are encouraging your darkness. So also ignorance. Ignorance can be eradicated or it will go away by itself when knowledge is there. So to be conscious of my living, especially my thinking and thought process. The more I become conscious of my living and my thought processes, what happens? I will not allow the dust to gather in my life. And remember, the more dust I have in my mind, means in thinking process, the more I feel burden unwanted. With this background, let us get into the verse, or else I will keep talking on this. So he says, Hey Suddha. So you are someone is a Suddha, pure. You are not a Suddha. So being a pure person, why are you bothered? Na kinapi sangaha nastiti. In fact, in reality, you don't have any attachment with anybody, anything. That's why we all are reminded, when I was born, I came with nothing. And when I leave, I will not carry anything. But in between, I have everything without anything. This is called life in short. Or some people, they have nothing in life, not something, or they look for something or everything. Just I'm playing with the words, nothing else, okay? So if that is the truth, I am someone, I don't have any, Sangha here is not, relationship. I don't have any attachment. You have used the word, you have no attachment to anything at all. This is to be reminded. Not going crazy for attachment. What you do generally? Everybody wants to go for attachment. In fact, all your effort is what? To strengthen your attachment. And the more you work to strengthen your attachment, the more you will suffer. It is exactly like, I will not observe a child. The more you try to become closer to a child, the child will run away from you. Simple logic. What do you need to do the child? What is to be done to do? And don't bother about child. The child will come to you. Same thing also, birds, animal. Because you cannot bring them to you. Okay, by force you can bring it, but how long? It will not work. And that is how with all knowledge, with all means, we create a bondage with anything and everything, including this body-mind complex. In fact, we all are obsessed with our body-mind complex. Sometimes you are proud, sometimes you are not. That superiority and inferiority complex with reference to your body-mind complex is very strong. This is what everybody goes through. Suppose if my body is not good, if I am not comfortable with my body, I will be comfortable with my mind. If I am comfortable with my mind, I may not be comfortable with my body. And some people are comfortable with their body and mind. And mind, there are different layers of mind. And in body also there are different. I am comfortable with my face, but not with my hand. Not with my leg. Somebody said, Swamiji, I am comfortable with my nose, but not with my eyes. What can you do? So if you look at all these angles, that I am comfortable or not comfortable is not because of anything, because of attachment. And the more I am attached to it, then what will happen? Definitely, more I am dependent. And once I am dependent, there is fear. And nobody can help me to manage my fear until and unless I handle my attachment with reference to the object of fear. Once I am able to manage my attachment with reference to the object of fear, the fear itself will disappear. That's why we say very carefully, psychologically also, you are afraid of not the situation, not the incident, but you are afraid of your old wound, means past. So all the fear comes from our unresolved past, unattended past. And always we want to relate anything and everything from the past. Yes, we can take the reference from the past, but we cannot relate with anybody, anything from the past. And more I relate with the present or near future, holding on to the past, more I will be cheated in my life. That is what is being highlighted very carefully. That look, kim tyaktum ichhasi. That why do you imagine that you must renounce? What do you want to renounce? He himself says. What do you want to give up? You cannot. It's wasting your time. Because if there is something, you can give up. If you have something, you can give up. What you have, tell me? That's why they say beautifully, this concept of Bali. So one of the demon king called Bali. So when he did ritual, so he wanted to give away everything. Then Vishnu arrived. His guru, Shukracharya, said, hey, don't, because Vishnu arrived as a dwarf boy. Something is wrong, don't do that. No. So he did, I will give whatever you want. Lord Vishnu asked, only 3 steps, Bhumi. 3 steps earth I want from you. The king started laughing. What? I am a king, I can give anything and everything. You are just asking 3 steps of earth. Don't you think that it's very small and that you are a dwarf person? Is it acceptable? He said, no, only 3. Okay. That time Shukra stopped. No, don't do this. Because Shukra could recognize his Vishnu. Okay, finally, 1 step. Whole earth was taken. 2nd step, whole Antariksha, all, other planets and all interspace was covered. Lord Vishnu asked, this dwarf boy asked, tell me where is my 3rd step? You have to give me. And while he was not ordinary person, he was a great devotee. He said, yes, there is one place still. What is that? My ahankara. That I am a great giver, I am a great person, that ahankara was there, still is there. Now place the 3rd step, 3rd foot, you can say 4 feet, on my ahankara. That's why symbolically Lord Vishnu put his foot on the head of Bali. So that is what is being highlighted, this same concept here. That kim tyaktum ichhasit sangatasya vilayam kurvan eva layam braja. Simple sangatasya vilayam kurvan. Simply what you need to do, resolve the body-mind complex association or attachment with your body-mind complex. Try to see how my body-mind complex makes me crazy in my day-to-day life. Because all my activities are related to what? Body-mind complex. That's why towards end of our life, each one of us, what we do. Have you ever seen anybody enjoyed, oh wow, I did something, I did that? As long as association with the body-mind complex, that long you cannot die. Remember this point. Until and unless you resolve body-mind complex, then only you can die. And that time you will discover all are useless. That's why everyone dies with hopeless, helpless. Only when there is knowledge, you will die smilingly, laughingly. Because there is no other choice. That is what is being highlighted here. Sanghatasya vilayam kurban evam eva laya braja. So you need to enter to the effortless observation of self. Because very simple way of looking at, you can see this point, that when a person avoids with oneself, that time nothing matters. Problem with all of us is we want to avoid with ourselves, holding on to, relating on to anything and everything. Just look at why you feel comfortable with somebody or something. Why you relate with a person? Because you feel through the person you are comfortable with yourself. You are not comfortable with the person. You are comfortable with yourself. The day you discover no more you are comfortable with the person, will you drop that person or not? Change the person or not? So that means what? To become comfortable within, you relate with anybody and everybody. And sometimes relating becomes painful, okay? That's another point. So that's why what I need to do, I need to be conscious of me. And we'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.